End Zone. I'm Cori Yarckin, and we've been on a trip across the USA, bringing you the biggest plays,
touchdown,
jackpot, baby, unbelievable,
the wildest super fans,
Who dey?
bang, go Birds, baby!
and it's all led to this, the Super Bowl right here in LA.
It's a Bengal takeover, I'm telling you. We're not done yet. Tonight is the night. Show the world.
Let's do this.
There is no tomorrow. Let's make that dream a reality, baby. It's showtime. Ain't no better stage. What a throw.
He's in, and he makes a sensational catch.
This dude is a freak.
Oh my gosh, what a play!
He's unstoppable.
The Cincinnati Bengals are one win from going to the Super Bowl.
Intercepted!
It is good.
Welcome to the NFC Championship game.
It's intercepted. They did it. Are you kidding me?
We did it.
And the Bengals march on.
Let's go. We're going to the Super Bowl.
Are you ready? Because it is Super Bowl Sunday and it is all going down right here in Los Angeles. Will it be a win for the hometown team from Hollywood, the star-studded LA Rams, playing in Rams' house, SoFi Stadium? Or will it be a Cinderella story for the underdogs that nobody thought would make it this far? Who they say gonna beat them Cincinnati Bengals? We will soon find out, and I am so excited. Coming up on this week's NFL End Zone, we get the full Super Bowl experience in LA. Yes! Find out who will be the stars of the big game from the Around the NFL podcast.
He's going to have a major role in this game.
And Ash and Chris tell us what's to look forward to during the offseason.
We could see the highest drafted British player ever.
Watched by 170 million people in more than 130 countries, the Super Bowl is one of the greatest spectacles in sports.
A lot of damn people.
This will be the 56th edition of the Game of Games, the 8th to be held in LA, and the first to be played in the $5.5 billion SoFi Stadium. The AFC champions, the Cincinnati Bengals, have never won a Super Bowl and were the worst team in the NFL as recently as 2019 when they won just 2 games.
Gotta believe, fellas.
While the NFC champs, the LA Rams' only Super Bowl win came 22 years ago at Super Bowl 34.
The Rams win by a yard.
The 2 starting quarterbacks, Joe Burrow and Matthew Stafford, are both former #1 draft picks.
Every time we touch it, we score.
But of course, the Super Bowl isn't just about football. On Super Bowl Sunday, Americans will be tuning into the big game, eating over 13 million kilograms of snacks. Where did that from? A 30-second commercial during the broadcast will set you back over $5 million. Oh, and of course, there is the halftime show, which this year features 5 iconic performers, including Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, and Kendrick Lamar.
Whose house?
Rams house! Who dey?
Who they think gonna beat that Bengals?
One of the biggest annual events in pop culture, the Super Bowl halftime show has become almost as important as the game itself. With previous headline acts including names like Prince, Coldplay, Bruno Mars, Katy Perry, Sir Paul McCartney, and Beyonce, you better stay on your sofa during the halftime show. For years, the Super Bowl halftime show was performed by college marching bands, but in the early 90s, pop music acts like New Kids on the Block and Gloria Estefan put the show on the map. Normal NFL halftimes are 12 minutes, but that leaps to half an hour at the Super Bowl to allow time for the production crew to construct and deconstruct the stage. Because after all, as much as we love the halftime show, it's time to get back to football. Now, one of the coolest things about the Super Bowl experience is, well, the Super Bowl experience. It is a celebration of all things NFL. There are so many attractions, games, player appearances, and here to show us what's new this year in LA is my friend Dan. I'd love to look around, maybe show me a few things.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's go.
Over here we have the quarterback scramble, and then on our other side here we have the training camp gauntlet.
Can I try one of these?
Let's do it.
First, I must change my shoes. Okay, let's go. 3, 2, 1, go!
Tom Brady?
So this right here is a Hail Mary toss where fans can kind of test their accuracy throwing. Get the shoulder loose,
I
you
know. I'm like, I need to warm up for this one. No, not quite. Okay, one more, guys. I don't know. Maybe I'm not cut out for this. Yes. Hey, yes! Okay, let's go. Well, this looks fun.
Yeah, so this is the Kids Play 60 zone.
Do I count as a kid?
You do. Today you do.
Besides the fun and games, you can also see how an official game ball for Super Bowl 56 is made at the Wilson Football Factory. This is Andy, and you have like half a football here.
Yes,
What's going on?
we're just getting started. So we're going to actually take these two pieces and sew them together. Mike's going to put this in the steam box. This is going to make it more flexible and make it easier for Mike to turn.
Ding, it's ready.
He's going to pound the ends down, and that's going to shape the ends of the football.
Look at that, guys. I'm making a football.
Now Mike's going to break the ends down here. This is how he gets it started. So now he's going to pull this leather
Turning
through
it
this hole.
inside out.
And there we are.
Okay.
There's your football. You got to go put a bladder and a lace in this thing. So we're going to come down here and see Donna. She's going to tuck it away and cut it. We don't tie any knots. We're going to mold the football. We're going to put it in a mold. This mold has been cut to the shape of an NFL game ball. So when we're done, it'll be perfect. The ball is done. We'll take the needle out. And there's your official Super Bowl 56 football.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much,
You're welcome.
Andy. Super Bowl, here we come. And even though the Super Bowl is the last game of the season, the NFL truly never sleeps. So right now, to take a look at some winners and losers as we head into the offseason, let's throw it over to Ash and Chris. Catch.
So here we are, the last Sunday of NFL football, and it will be 30 long weeks before the next one. It's okay, we will get through this.
But if you think that's a long time, imagine how long it must feel for Patrick Mahomes, whose second half meltdown sunk the Chiefs.
Or Jaworski Tart of the 49ers, who's going to be replaying dropping what would have been a crucial interception in the NFC Championship game. I don't know, 1,000 times a day?
Unbelievable. A drop by Jaworski Tart.
It was exactly like that. Sometimes all you need in life is a fresh start.
Great.
Can you have your fresh start after the show? Thank you. But for underperforming NFL teams, the offseason is a chance to turn their fortunes around.
8 teams will have new head coaches next season. Washington have a brand new name.
Go Commanders.
And it will be the perfect opportunity to add fresh talent via free agency and the draft.
And speaking of the draft, put it in your phone, mark it on the calendar, write it on your hand. April the 28th, 2022, we could see the highest drafted British player ever.
David Ajabo, who moved from Nigeria to Aberdeen as a child, has been tearing it up in college football for the Michigan Wolverines and could go as high as the top 10.
When you think of Super Bowl, you think of football, halftime shows, food, excitement, and of course, Tom Brady, the greatest of all time, who played in 10 and won 7 of these bad boys during his 22-year career, which ended when he announced his retirement earlier this month.
He's the greatest. He's the best ever. 7 rings. No one wants to see him go away, but he's 44, guys.
Terrific Tom the Magic Man. He is absolutely the best.
Got locked in now, laser focus.
For me as an athlete in general, it's something that I look to as an inspiration.
You know, it's definitely sad to see the GOAT go, but you know, now it's time for some of these younger generation guys to step up and kind of carry the torch.
Rise up. Hey, take it to another level, all right?
Yeah, we played against him this season. We actually won, so I can say that, you know, in Tom Brady's last season, we beat him.
Yeah, we got to practice against Tom Brady, and he kind of shared some of his wisdom with me about playing the position. Told me he wouldn't share all his wisdom because we were still competing.
They have completed the greatest comeback in Super Bowl history.
But I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out there. I got a feeling he may come back and get one more. In 3 months when we got me on the show again.
Congrats, man.
We will be talking about Tom Brady coming back.
Coming up, wheelchair football takes center stage during Super Bowl week.
It's like bumper cars on steroids.
And we hear from some of the fans hoping to see their team lift the Lombardi Trophy tonight.
Who Dey?
Also happening this week in the NFL. Stars including Matthew Stafford and Joe Burrow spoke to the media on Super Bowl opening night.
Joe Burrow, he's going to be one of the greats, I feel like. It's definitely cool, for sure.
There was plenty of fun being had at the Pro Bowl. Cowboys cornerback Trayvon Diggs won the best catch competition with this stunning grab. Hollywood star Kevin Bacon penned a song for the GOAT with some goats.
Talking about Tom Brady.
And finally, the NFL honor ceremony took place on Thursday night with Aaron Rodgers taking home the award for Most Valuable Player.
I'd like to thank Matt LaFleur and his perfectly groomed eyebrows.
Welcome back to NFL End Zone. We are here in Los Angeles getting ready for the Super Bowl, and right now we are at Radio Row, where over 100 different television, radio outlets are here broadcasting all week. And I found the hosts of Around the NFL podcast, Dan and Mark. What's up? Apparently you have this big following in the UK. What do you think it is about your show that really connects with that audience?
It's the greatest surprise, I would say, of our career, how the international audience took off. Such a cool thing. A lot of people have come up to us when we've done shows at London and say it's the sense of humor, it's a sensibility match. I don't even know what that means, but I just go, okay, yeah, that sounds good.
I'm not surprised by it at all. I think if you kind of look at what we're offering as a product, I can see why it's attractive.
I wanted to mention your former co-host Chris Wessling. He passed away 1 year ago. Here we are, Super Bowl 56, and the Bengals are in the Super Bowl, and he's from Cincinnati. What do you think he would be feeling right now, and how are you guys feeling right now?
Yeah, it kind of just feels like Wes is involved with it in some way, which we're trying to figure out.
Wes had a complicated relationship with the Bengals, but the fact that it's the Cincinnati football team that's had so much misfortune and poor play for decades to now be on this stage, that keeps Wes on everybody's mind.
Right now, what I want you guys to do is each pick just one player who you think is going to stand out and be the superstar of Super Bowl 56.
I will go Jamar Chase, Bengals wide receiver. With the stakes higher, when the spotlight is brighter, he's going to be better, and he's going to have a major role in this game and go over 100 yards and have a big touchdown.
I'll pick a Ram. I'll go Aaron Donald. Like everyone says we want to win it for Aaron Donald. Maybe Aaron Donald goes and wins it for everyone else because he could wreck the game on some level.
The greatest defensive player on the planet.
Those are some great picks and great names, of course, but it's not always the big names that steal the show. So right now what we're going to do is throw it over to Ash and Chris, who are going to show us some of the most unlikely Super Bowl superstars of the past. Take it away.
The history of the Super Bowl is full of players who may never make it to the Hall of Fame, but on one magical Sunday became legends who will be remembered forever.
And that started back at Super Bowl I in 1967. Green Bay Packers backup wide receiver Max McGee thought he had no chance of playing in the big game, and so he snuck off for a night out on the eve of the Super Bowl.
Expecting to spend the afternoon recovering on the bench, an injury meant McGee had to enter the game in the first quarter, and moments later he caught a one-handed pass for the first ever touchdown in Super Bowl history.
Lou Bega, Chumbawamba, Vanilla Ice, the Baha Men.
You feeling all right there, Chris?
All great one-hit wonders, and there's never been a one-hit wonder in the NFL like running back Timmy Smith, who was given his first career start by Washington in Super Bowl 22 and ran all over the Broncos for a record 204 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Ladies and gentlemen, the orange has been squeezed.
But after that performance, he vanished just as quickly as he arrived, calling it a day less than 3 years later. Desmond Howard was a draft bust after being taken for the 4th overall pick in 1992.
But he did manage to mark out a career on special teams, and in Super Bowl 31 he pulled off a 99-yard kick return for a touchdown that sealed the win for the Green Bay Packers against the New England Patriots.
We got to recover the onside kick, boys.
When the New Orleans Saints were losing to favourites the Indianapolis Colts at halftime in Super Bowl 44, head coach Sean Payton decided to ambush the Colts by attempting a surprise onside kick to start the second half.
Lying at the bottom of the pile with the ball was safety Chris Reese, a career backup who would only go on to play 2 more games in the NFL. Having recovered the ball, the Saints marched down the field, scored a touchdown, and never looked back on their way to victory.
I make some tough decisions every day, but I never decided on an onside kick in the second half of the Super Bowl.
It has definitely been a long road for the LA Rams during their time in the NFL. They started in Cleveland, moved to LA, then they went to St. Louis before moving back to LA in 2016, but the fans have stuck with them the entire time. One fan who has been going to games for almost 50 years, Michael Stringer, AKA DJ Lord Ron. You grew up like right in this area, right by the LA Coliseum where the Rams used to play. How are you feeling right now?
I'm on a cloud. It's a beautiful thing, and I'm just glad they're back where they belong. And hey, let's win the Super Bowl. I started going to the games in the 70s. I'm wearing James Harris' jersey, who was one of the first black quarterbacks to do his thing.
Wow, so this is the ticket to the very first game at the LA Coliseum that you ever went to, and this is the program from that game.
$10. You can't get a ticket no more for $10.
The Rams are back in LA. They are playing in the Super Bowl at their home stadium. I mean, what does that mean to you?
You know what means a lot for me in particular and for the city. It just brings cultures and people together. I can't explain it. It's very priceless. I'm just so happy.
Well, we will see, my friend. So thanks so much and good luck. And I have to tell you, and you guys, before the playoffs happened, the NFL UK asked a bunch of people to make some predictions. Sports stars, TV presenters, some well-known fans, and the only person that picked either one of these teams to be in the Super Bowl, yours truly. Take that, Harry Kane, Declan Rice. Michael, I'm sorry. I did pick the Bengals. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. I know. I'm impartial, I swear. However, there is one group of people that isn't impartial, and they are supporting the Bengals. Bengals UK.
Like most good ideas, Bengals UK started in a pub.
It's just a really fantastic community to be part of. It's like, I like to call it like a little Cincinnati, you know?
This season has been a bit of a wild one,
Jamar Chase on the team, back with Joe Burrow, who was back from injury, and really just seeing what this team could do.
Ricky, out of here, right here! Magical, I guess is a good way to put it.
It was great to watch us sweep the Ravens and the Steelers in our division. But still a crazy season because we lost to the Jets.
Beating the Chiefs once is hard with a young team. Beating them twice in the same season is just unreal.
I don't want to speak too soon, but I really just can't see this team losing.
I'm confident, I guess. I mean, you can't not be, I guess, when your team's there.
As a person who was around for their last Super Bowl loss kind of 30 years ago.
We're not done yet.
Seeing the Bengals win will mean everything, quite frankly.
Hooday!
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 Now, as well as being the former home to the Rams, the LA Coliseum has hosted just about everything over the years. 2 Olympic Games, NASCAR, rugby, college football, and of course, the first ever Super Bowl. And this year, during Super Bowl week, it is the venue for a tournament showcasing a very new, exciting form of football, the USA Wheelchair Football League.
This is the final season tournament. Top 3 teams are here. It's Arizona, ourselves, and then LA. It's a culmination of a couple tournaments before leading up to this.
You guys are going to the championship today.
Yes.
You're going to the Super Bowl.
Yes, we are. We're going to win it.
All right, guys, you know him, RG3 legend. Tell everybody what this tournament's all about.
We got the Move United USA Wheelchair Football League. These guys are incredible, making all types of throws. I just saw a back shoulder. I didn't know if it was Patrick Mahomes out here trying to throw the ball. They're showing you that they're not limited, right? They're showing you that their dedication and their passion for the sport exceeds anything that's going on with their bodies.
I mean, they're getting hit pretty hard. This is no joke.
Oh, no, I mean, this guy just fell down. I'm like, hey, is he okay? What's he do? Pops his arms back, boom, right back up on the wheels, and he's ready to roll.
Explain the rules of wheelchair football to me.
There's 7 players on the field. There's 4 downs like in regular football.
We hit way harder.
Where do you see the future headed for the sport?
Hopefully people get behind it.
It's just growing and growing, and you can see the guys, getting practice in and getting better. I hope it's 32 teams and traveling around the United States having fun.
We can inspire, inspire people and inspire the kids to be the best they can be.
If anything, this is the sport to watch. It's like bumper cars on steroids.
Well, it truly has been an unpredictable season in the NFL, maybe the most ever. Even the Super Bowl is too close to call. And here to break down the key areas where the game could be won or lost, there is only one man for the job. Who else could it be, guys? My boy, MJD.
Thanks, Corey. Maurice Jones-Drew back here with you. I'm going to give you my top matchups for the Super Bowl. Number 1, Aaron Donald versus whoever's blocking him, right? If you have one guy blocking him, he's going to win. If you have 2 guys, most of the time he's going to win. If you have 3, you have a chance, which opens up a lot for the other guys there.
It's go time. Let's keep this train rolling.
Number 2 is going to be Jalen Ramsey versus Jamar Chase. And I think if Jalen can slow down Jamar, if Jalen can, whoever he covers, slows them down, forces Burrow to hold the ball, allows that pass rush to get there, that's really important.
Let's go. Let's go.
And last but not least, number 3 is which quarterback can dominate the tough times in the game. There's going to be highs and lows in the game. You know, Matthew Stafford talks about going to a dark place. He did that against Tampa to beat the GOAT, unseat the GOAT, who just won the last Super Bowl. Or Joe Burrow with his ability to be unfazed in those tough times, being down by 18 in Kansas City.
That was fun.
Whichever one can handle those tough moments in the Super Bowl, that's the team that's going to win. I have the Rams winning this one 38-31. I like the Rams. I love the superstars they have. I love what they've built there. I think Aaron Donald gets his first Super Bowl ring. And again, I appreciate all the support from all the fans in the UK. I appreciate the support from Channel 5, myself, Money, and Kirsten. We appreciate you all. Thank you all very much and can't wait to do it again with you next year.
Well, that is all the time we have for this episode in this season of NFL End Zone. I'm not crying. You are crying. But guys, don't be sad that it's over. Be excited because tonight is the Super Bowl. It has been such a fun season. I am Cori Yarckin, and thank you for coming along for the ride. Bye, guys.
We're back in mega form.
Let's go!
Are you guys ready for some football?
JD, you ready? He's ready.
How good did that feel?
I feel awesome.
You had such a crazy career. Quarterback in the NFL, check. Super Bowl champion, check. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms.
Let's go!
Seahawks are up by 4, and I'm down by a whole lot over here, so I'm gonna get up here. That is delicious.
I think it's awesome that I can be a person that people look up to.
Wait a second, I can't stop. Hello. I think you should flip on out of here.
At UK friends, you can't find anywhere else.
We did it!
This is the moment right here. Let's go win it. Oh, baby. Touchdown, LA! Time to get this show started.